So we roll into Vancouver Car Ramp Sportsman, where Bryce Lowe brings up the Skylark against Jessica Armstrong in the Dodge. Want your ride to stand out at the track or anywhere? That's Trust Vancouver Car Ramps, the pros behind BC's boldest vehicles. From race cars to fleet wraps, they turn plain into powerful. Custom colors, sharp graphics, flawless installs. Vancouver Car Ramps, where style meets speed. Visit VancouverCarRamps.ca and make your statement loud and clear. Low goes 11:58 a buck 16. Armstrong 13:34 at 102. Next up is Richard Love and Eric Bertain. So not Blair Criddle, my apologies. It is Eric Bertain in that machine. For the Half Fast 2 SBB Racing Pavey Hill machine, going up against the Lightning Wash and Detail SS Motorsports S10. .006 on the tree for Love, follows through with an 11:61 to the 115. Bertain 13:37 at 101. Sylvia Hookston's up next with the Mustang, facing off against Steve Watkins. $11.43 at a buck 17. Watkins goes 11.92 at 117. Both drivers at 117 miles an hour at the top end. Next up, it's Ann Copeland and Haley Christensen. Copeland, 15:56 at 91. Christensen, 12:71 at 101. For the next pair, Steve Baskerville. Up next, once again for the 5-liter Mustang GT. Alongside him, Philip Marvetts with the 71 Plymouth. Baskerville 11.96 at 120. Marvetts 11.79 at 109. Next up, it's Veronica Hodgson with the Lorco Auto Parts Dodge Dart against Jim Banky. Triple classing today in Pro, Sportsman, and I do believe Super Pro as well. Eric Hansen and Kathy Love were the next two down track, and it ended up being 12:18 at 108 to Kathy Love's 14:28 at 98. To bring up Rob Getz next and Roland Lowen. That 2024 Ford F-150 has been tried and true, and now gets set to gear up against Roland Lowen with the Lord Kawada Parts 1955 Meteor. Getz goes 12:02 at 122. Lowen 12:97 at 100 miles an hour. Bring up Kevin McCulley and yesterday's winner, Brandon Piskacek. Brandon taking his first career win in the Sportsman category yesterday here at Mission Raceway Park. Looking to see if maybe we can follow up with number 2 today. McCauley goes 11:52 at 114 miles an hour. Piskacek 13:18 at 101. Bring up now Wayne Douglas, the SBB Racing Dart, going up against Bill Wells, the TNT Auto Parts 1979 Malibu. Douglas goes 13:43, Wells 11:69 to bring up Stormy Newcomb and Douglas. And it'll be Newcomb going 12:77 at 102 miles an hour. Douglas takes the charge into a 12:13 at 111. Waiting patiently in the water, well, not in the water box anymore, but at the line is Mark Ferguson with the Pontiac Firebird from 2002 out of Harrison Mills. And the Firebird going to go 12:55 at 107, which should close out Vancouver Car Wrap Sportsman. So we leave National Tire Wholesale Pro bracket behind us. We roll into Vancouver Car Wrap Sportsman. And Copeland and Philip Marvette. The first pairing down track. Hey, attention in the pits, attention in the pits. Licensing, this is your standby call. Licensing, this is your standby call. May as well make the same for Hot Rod and Super Combo as well. So Haley Christensen, C10 goes 1270 at 104 miles an hour. Stormy Newcomb goes 1276 at 102. Bring up Joel Smith for the Zapstrap Racing Chevelle versus Veronica Hodgson with a 1969 Dodge Dart for Lordco Auto Parts. And Jim Banky, triple classing in Sportsman, Pro, and Super Pro today with that old scamp. He races Sylvia Hoopstons this time around. So that was the last truck down track in Vancouver Car Wrap Sportsman. We are going back in a pro bracket just to get Chase McKenzie down track for the second qualifier. Of course, McKenzie's car broke in that second qualifying attempt. They have since gotten it repaired near the starting line, and now we'll see if it'll be able to make a hit down track. And now that will roll us back around to Rad Torque Systems Super Pro. Bring up the first round of Sportsman. As we roll into Sportsman, I want to give one more reminder of the weekend special over at the Half Track Snack Shack. Walking tacos. Ground beef, cheese, and all the toppings packed within a bag of Doritos. The plus side, it won't fall out when you're walking with it. You can walk and eat. Therefore, the walking taco. It's a fascinating concept for people like me that happen to spill taco meat wherever they go. Three thousandths of a second for a breakout of Mark Ferguson as the Firebird send packet against Christensen's C10. Next up, it's Wayne Douglas and Joel Smith, the SBB Racing Dart, going up against the Zap Strap Racing Chevelle. And another breakout, this one for Joel Smith. So Wayne Douglas moving on into the next round as Joel Smith gets taken out on a breakout by almost a quarter of a tenth. Bring up Veronica Hodgson and Kevin McCauley. The Lorca Auto Parts Dodge Dart dials in 1184. The BDL Automotive Old School Cutlass dials in 1160. And a third breakout, all of them in the right lane as Kevin McCauley goes too quick. Now half a tenth on the breakout. We'll bring out Roland Lowe and down in that 1282 for the Lorca Auto Parts Meteor against Jessica Armstrong. For the Armstrong and Munro Marketing Rodrigue Family Racing 1975 Dart dialed in 1334. Fourth breakout in that right lane in a row. That right lane's quick right now, as it turns out. 300's red And Lowen moves on into the next round. Bring up Douglas, bring up Marvettes. The modern Charger dials in 1215. The vintage Plymouth dials in 1183. Top end of the racetrack. Double breakout on this one. Marvettes takes the win. Only 1 thou under. Douglas was 300ths under. That'll bring up Eric Bertain. The half fast 2 SBB Racing Pavey Hill Machine Dragster dials in 1340. Racing Eric Hansen dials in the Broadway Refrigeration Dodge at 1214. And it'll go the way of Bertain on a double breakout. A lot of cars going under in this first round of eliminations here in Vancouver Car Wrap Sportsman. As we'll bring up Kathy Love on the right-hand side for the Reflections Guest House Motorsports 2003 Extreme Pickup 1430 compared to Sylvia Hookstons' 1966 Mustang dialed in at 1160. And Sylvia Hookstons moves into the next round. That'll bring up Rob Getz and Brandon Piskacek. 1181 for the 2024 Ford F-150. 1319 for the Buick Ford Motor in Canada with Thomas. 1990s Ford Mustang. Piskacek trying to take his second win in the Sportsman category after taking his first ever win of the category here in Mission just yesterday. Top end, he's going to move on into the round 2 on the double breakout. Piskacek got there first, under by more. Top end, Love gets there first, but he goes under by almost 0.2 of a second. Steve Baskerville is into the next round. And that'll bring up Bill Wells. The TNT Auto Parts Malibu dials in 1161 ahead of Jim Benke. The Rad Torque Systems Titanium Auto Group Bucky's Mini Excavated Scamp dials in at 1480. And Benke is in round 2 on the double breakout. You'll have to quickly hustle back if he wants to make Super Pro as well. That leaves Watkins with the bye, and we will roll to Rad Torque Systems Super Pro. Power, precision, performance. That's what drives Rad Torque Systems. A BC company trusted worldwide for torque tools that never quit. From pit crews to heavy industry, Rad delivers the muscle behind the machines. Rad Torque Systems, proudly Canadian, globally respected. See the tech behind the torque at radtorque.com. So we roll into Vancouver Car Ramp Sportsman. Wayne Douglas for the SBB Racing Dart brings it up, dials in 1354 against Steve Baskerville with the 2022 5-liter Mustang, dials in 1208. Brendan Piskacek up next against Roland Lowen. Lowen takes it as he goes 004 on the tree. Sylvia Hookstons and Stormy Newcomb, the next pair down track. As Newcomb goes 1281, 98 miles an hour, takes that one by almost 2/10 over Sylvia Hookstons. And Steve Watkins. Veronica Hodgson, only 7th thou off the mark, moves on to the next round, takes out Steve Watkins, and Watkins sent packing once again. We'll bring up Haley Christensen and Jim Banky. The 1967 C10 dials in 1272 against the Scamp, dialed in at 1478. Attention in the pits, attention in the pits. We need Hot Rod, lanes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hot Rod, lanes 1 through 4, and Super Combo to 5 and 6. That is Hot Rod, lanes 1 through 4, and Combo to 5 and 6. Motorbike final, we will run you at the end of the next rotation. Christensen gets Jim Banky as Banky goes too quick. Now Philip Marvetts looking to knock out Eric Bertain. And will not get it done as Bertain hangs on to take the win. Veronica Hodgson trying to stay out in front of Roland Lowen. Lowen gets out in front, but is too quick in doing so. On the breakout, Hodgson moves on. Bring up Wayne Douglas and Haley Christensen. The SBB Racing Dart dialed in 1354 against the C10 down to 1273. Douglas, only 8th thou off the mark, moves on, takes out Haley Christensen. And Eric Bertain, last chance to stay in competition this afternoon, going up against Stormy Newcomb. The dragster versus the S10. Newcomb going to be moving on as Bertain, just like in pro, got there first, but went under in doing so.
We need you. Stormy Newcomb in the left lane here. Dialed in with a 1278, taking on Wayne Douglas. Wayne is Nick Douglas's dad, by the way. Didn't know if you knew that, now you do. Wayne dialed in with a 1354 in the Lordco lane. And Wayne Douglas moving on, going 1355 on the 54. Stormy going to 1273 on the 78, breaking out. Stormy had decent advantage off the line, but didn't turn on the win light at the end of the track. So Wayne will be taking on Veronica Hodgson in the final round. Veronica got the bye here. She's going to just stage that thing, and looks like she's going to make a full pass. Veronica dialed in with 1187. But frankly, it does not matter. Veronica going 1194 on the 1187. She was 063 on the tree. So it will be Veronica Hodgson taking on Wayne Douglas in the final round of our Vancouver Car Wraps Sportsman category. We have our Vancouver Car Wraps Sportsman final coming at you. Veronica Hodgson in the left lane, TCS lane, dialed in with 1187. Taking on Wayne Douglas in the right lane, dialed in with 1354. driver with a little bit of starting line advantage, looking to turn that into a win down track. And she does. Veronica Hodgson going 11.93 on the 11.87. Was 0.91 off the tree. Wayne Douglas 140 on the light. 13.50 on the 13.54. So Wayne going under the number, trying to chase her down. And Veronica Hodgson taking home the win in Vancouver Car Wrap Sportsman category. Congratulations.